when you think about what we've been talking about strength. I think when people hear strength, the first thing they think about is physical strength. Physical strength.
Right.
And yes, we want to be physically strong to be able to overcome certain situations. We need to be, strong physically, right? And that's all great. That's part of it, but it's not just physically.
Right.
It's not just the physical aspect. It's moral strength. It's intellectual strength. It's spiritual strength.
Right.
It's mental strength. There's so much more than just the physical aspect of strength. Because you need to have more of a holistic, right, higher level, full body strength to be able to overcome your situations. And you and I were having a conversation. We're always having conversations, but
definitely
we were having a conversation with our oldest son, and we were talking about, working out and what builds the muscle. So how do you build strength, stability, right? How do you do that? Well, and I want to talk about the physical because it's great to connect it to everything else, right? So you talked about, well, if you want to build muscle, what do? Right? You start working out.
Right.
But when you start working out and you are doing exercises, right? You're lifting weights or whatever the case may be. What is actually happening to the muscle?
It's breaking the tissue, tearing up the tissue. And we had that conversation in the vehicle as we were driving.
Yes.
And I even brought it up to my son. It's like, you want to get big and buff. How do you get there? Is like, you have to isolate muscles, do isolation workouts where you focus on that one muscle group and do several workouts. But while you're doing that, you're breaking down actually the tissue. It's tearing apart. It's breaking. So it's allowing room to grow.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Why? Because in order for us to get stronger, we have to face adversity. We have to face persecution. We have to face challenges.
So we have to go back
struggles.
to the University of Adversity.
Yes, I love that. One of my sisters
Yes.
shared that with me. She's like, you need to go through, you need to attend the University of Adversity to build your strength. And that's exactly what needs
What doesn't
to happen.
kill me makes me stronger.
It does. And so when you
So
think
it's very
about all
true.
those, things that are shared and, we hear that all the time, but do we truly understand that that's what it is? We don't want to face situations. We don't want to go through hardships. We want life to be easy, but you're not going to build strength. You're not going to build muscle unless you're working it out and that tissue is breaking apart to make room to expand so that you're able to then get stronger. And that's exactly what happens.
I've preached on it too. I think of the analogy of gold. Gold is just a mineral. It's a stone pulled out of the ground. But in order for that gold to become that fine piece of jewelry that we all like to wear and adorn ourselves with, like your gold earrings that you're wearing for now, for example, that big diamond earring that you have there. I wonder who bought that one. But that diamond had to go through a lot of pressure, a lot of heat, millions of feet down below the Earth's surface. That's where that diamond was formed. But it goes through a lot of pressure, a lot of heat. Same thing with gold. It has to go through the fiery furnace and has to be melted down and made into that fine jewelry. Well, same thing with muscles. Muscles, in order for them to grow and get big, so you can become that stronger, lean, mean fighting machine, you have to go break down that muscle group. You have to break down those tissues to build it back up to a larger size. In the human spirit, we have to get declutter. We had a podcast on decluttering, so go back and watch that one. But you have to. That's what we do internally, spiritually, is we have to declutter. We have to let go of the hurts. We have to let go of the trauma. We have to let go of those things that we're holding on.
We have to
that baggage,
talk about it. We have to express.
That's the breakdown part. That's the breakdown. We have to let it go. We can't hold on to these negative atmospheric attacks or whatever you want to call it, right? You're thinking of the force within. These are negative forces that are internally that you have to let go so that you can become that positive force. So we have to break down as well. So therefore, when we try to do things on our own, we can only get so far.
Yeah.
But God, you're watching hashtag, but God, I think we've heard a sermon titled that, "But God," from a good pastor a long time ago, because God is the one that gets you to the next level. God is the redeemer, the healer. He's the one that we draw all strength from.